Hello everyone and welcome back to Brotato. I am Duke Silver, and for this Danger 5 run, we are going to be playing the Mutant Potato. The Mutant Potato gets plus 200% XP gain and plus 50% item price. Very straightforward. You have to try and use your levels to get ahead rather than the shops. In general, I think the shops do a little bit more than gaining levels. So this is I think this is a kind of a high difficulty potato, just because I feel like the downside is a little bit more costly than the upside is beneficial. Maybe I'm alone on that. If you've played Mutant before, let me know if you think differently. But yeah, so for this one, we're going to be choosing a random weapon. This isn't the weapon that we actually got. Actually, it might be the one that we got. We definitely started with a gun, if I remember correctly. But I am recording this footage separately. It'll be Danger 5. So let's just go ahead. And here we go. So yeah, we start with an SMG. Guns, I think, are a very solid way to play any potato, I would say. I think they're just very strong in general, especially the SMG with like a shotgun or something complementing it. I think the amount of natural attack speed with the decent damage output, as long as you get enough range damage, just ends up being very solid in no matter what potato I use it on. So I mean, in general, I try and do like more like specialized, like I guess kind of fun builds. But yeah, if you just really want to win a run, I would say like just play guns. But yeah, so we start off with an SMG. We pick up a shredder. We're not going to be too picky about what other guns we pick up in the beginning here. That's kind of the way I like to play this specific build. In general, I just try and fill up my weapon slots, and then yeah, just kind of pick up what shows up in the shops, and then focus my build a little bit later. As you can see, I mean, the benefits of playing guns: you get decent damage output, you get to keep your distance from enemies, and it's a lot less risk involved. And you can see our 200% experience from our potato power, or hero power, whatever you want to call it, or giving us tons of level ups nice and early here. I do think early in the game, Mutant is very strong, because you get level ups so fast, and like you do get a decent amount of stats with no downside, whereas things from the shop generally come with a downside. So I think yeah, early in the game, Mutant very strong, but I think it falls off about halfway through, around wave 10, and then that's when you want to start picking up like the higher rarity items, and then I think that's when the extra shop cost kind of really starts to become apparent, or starts to become a real problem. Again, you can see our wave clear already very good from our early strength from the experience gain, as well as, I mean, like I said, guns very strong, very solid. If not a little bit boring sometimes. I mean, I guess it depends on what you like to play, I guess. I do think they're pretty fun to play, but I just like I said, I feel like they're very solid on basically every potato. So they do get a little bit stale after a bit. Also, you'll notice that there's a secondary stats tab now since the last time that we made a video here. Also, we get an Obliterator very early here, only on wave 6. It's an extremely early rare weapon here. And the Obliterator is, I believe it's just classified as a heavy weapon. I don't think it counts as a gun. But yeah, it does a ton of damage. It does 1,000 times your range damage as its base damage. And it's got a very slow rate of fire, but it shoots very thick, chunky bullets. And yeah, it's just very good for taking down large enemies, as it just does an absurd amount of damage. So, like, for a weapon like that, that's we're gonna be trying to stack up attack speed as much as possible. We don't even have enough materials to buy it yet after locking it, so we're gonna have to kind of save up for a wave. There's that downside to the hero power here. Again, like like I said, the rare, more expensive items become a lot more costly with the extra shot price from Mutant. So yeah, to buy powerful items, we're gonna have to save up a little bit. We're gonna end up with like a lot less items than you normally see, like on the end screen kind of thing. But yeah, you just have to make sure that you focus. You can't just be buying stuff kind of at will. You have to kind of have a plan. All right, we finally have enough to buy this Obliterator, which we are going to do. Also, you'll notice we only had 2 upgraded weapons at this point, which normally I have a lot more than that, and that's because of how expensive everything is. But this Obliterator is a huge pickup. As you can see, these large enemies that are normally a pretty big problem are just getting destroyed by those big Obliterator bullets. And yeah, I mean, being able to keep these large enemies, like keep their numbers pretty thin, or makes this wave 8 like kind of a cakewalk. Take some extra range damage there, and we get some piercing with our bandana, which is fantastic. Especially since again, these Obliterator bullets are going to be putting in a ton of work. And they're even good here because of the size of the projectile out of the Obliterator. Like, it's just going to take out like a ton of enemies all at once here. Also, I mean, the SMG build in general is very good on this wave. Since you don't need a ton of damage to take out these smaller enemies, and the naturally high rate of fire just makes it easy to melt these waves as they come and spawn in. We take a little bit of lifesteal there, lose some knockback, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. We're not really doing a lot of knockback with this build, anyways. We're kind of just melting things. We're not trying to push things around. Also, we get a level 3 shredder. I mean, it's an explosive. I mean, in kind of the same theme as this Obliterator, we're going to be looking to pick up rocket launcher, because I mean, the rocket launcher does kind of the same thing as the Obliterator. It's just like in a splash damage rather than in just like one focused projectile. So it's very good at clearing waves, but it does like a big chunk of damage rather than a lot of little damage like the SMG. So it benefits from range scaling, as well as it really benefits from attack speed. So if you're able to shoot a bunch of rockets in quick succession, then that can deal a lot of damage, and really does a lot to keep the waves clear. Meanwhile, the Obliterator is very good at single target damage, taking out these large enemies, and also very good against bosses. So that's another reason that the Obliterator is great. Being able to take down bosses is definitely a huge bonus. Also, speaking of rocket launcher, there's a level 3 rocket launcher. It starts at level 2, so getting a level 3 one to start is very nice. It's going to be another big chunk of damage. And honestly, it's way better for us to get a higher level 1 first, rather than having to buy like a couple to combine them. Because I think it's more cost efficient anyways. And since that's something that we need on this character to be cost efficient, then that's a huge bonus for us. Again, this Obliterator making these waves that have a lot of like high toughness, high health enemies, just kind of a cakewalk, as we're able to shoot them down quite fast. We're gonna go with crit chance, which is gonna give us huge damage spikes as long as we actually get the crits. And I mean, it's just a level 4 upgrade there, so I figured it was worth it. Like, we don't have great crit chance at 14 right now, but we can obviously always increase that. And I mean, we're interested in increasing our attack speed anyways, which kind of sort of like passively increases your crit chance just by virtue of having more attacks. Just quickly inspecting the stats there. And yeah, you can see our wave clear is very, very good. And now that we've added this rocket launcher, you can see those large splash hits taking out large groups of enemies all at once. While also we're able to take out these big enemies like very, very easily. So we've got a very nice balance of damage, like sort of types. Being able to take out the little enemies with our SMGs and then having the rocket launcher and shredder just taking out enemies in large chunks, and the obliterator taking out large enemies in large damage chunks. Do a quick reroll there. We'll take some percentage damage. Yeah, with these large single attack or single projectile damages, percentage damage goes up way in value. Like obviously SMGs, like you wanna it scales with 50% of your range, so like percentage damage doesn't really do a lot. You need a lot of percentage damage to really make a difference. But when you have your projectiles that are doing 1,000 times your range, then percentage damage becomes incredibly valuable. In general, it's overkill on regular enemies, but I mean, one shot is still fine, and it just really more so matters when you're fighting bosses. So being able to do those huge heavy chunks of damage to bosses is such a huge benefit. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pick up a bunch of materials there, so we left a bunch on the ground. There's a poisonous tonic. We lose some HP regen, and I guess I decided that wasn't worth it for the crit chance and attack speed. But I feel like maybe I should have taken that there instead of recycled. But also, I mean, we need the gold to be able to buy weapons, of course. As you can see, like on our items sort of inventory there, like we have a pretty sparse amount of things. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, but I mean that's par for the course for when you're playing Mutant. Alright, yeah, again, our wave clear very, very good. I know I keep saying it, but I mean, I gotta say something. Even though it's kind of redundant, but I mean, this is a horde wave, as you can tell with just the huge amounts of enemies spawning in. But we managed to keep them controlled enough that we're able to hang out in the middle of the map. And I say this a lot, but yeah, that's how you can tell your wave clear is really, really good, is being able to fight your way to the middle of the map. And then that's how you know you're kind of in good shape, wave clear wise. Taking little bits of armor here and there just as survivability. We get another rocket launcher, so that's a pretty big pickup. Pick up some more range damage combined with attack speed there, so that's fantastic. With this obliterator run, like, it's kind of unfortunate that we're not seeing elites as much, because I mean, there's usually 3 specialized waves in Danger 5, and they can be either hordes or elites. I believe there's always at least 1 elite, but you can have like 2 hordes and 1 elite, or like 3 elites or whatever, some combination of those. I believe it's 3. You have to have at least 1 elite. At least I don't think I've seen a run with 3 horde waves. I think horde waves are just like considerably easier. We've already had 2 horde waves. I actually don't know where the second one was. So that means, I mean, that just goes to show how good our damage is and how good our wave clear is. So yeah, the elite wave will be in the next wave though. As you can see in the bottom right, when I was in the menu there, it said 17. It's kind of nice that it shows you where the attack or where the elite waves come, so you can kind of plan accordingly. Doesn't always matter, but sometimes it does. Like if you have like a piggy bank or something and you're saving up materials, it's like a good choice to spend a bunch of them before an elite wave to maximize your chances of surviving. There's a vigilante ring, but I think we're a little bit too late in the game for that to work for us. Would have been nice a few waves ago. And there we get a level 4 Obliterator in our shop, which is absolutely fantastic. It does cost over 1,000 materials though, so we are gonna have to save up probably for a couple waves to get there. All right, and we get the egg-laying elite here, and as you can see, just how quickly we tear its health down. That's that Obliterator doing work there. And yeah, it's dead already. One thing that's really nice about the elite waves that I don't think I knew at the time, but whenever you pick up that legendary chest, you do get a full heal, which is like you should probably try and grab that pretty aggressively. I mean, you don't want to die, of course, getting to it, but I mean, as soon as you touch it, you're back at full, which is very, very nice. Especially since I mean I found myself very, very low generally after killing an elite, because you have to kind of position yourself in a kind of an awkward way. And yeah, again, we're gonna save up. We're gonna save up for this level 4 Obliterator. We're at 500 mats now, so hopefully we'll be able to get it in this wave. Although I don't know if we're getting necessarily 500 materials per wave. We did pick up a hunting trophy a while ago. I kind of glossed over it, but like that should give us like a decent amount of extra econ. You can see all those yellow numbers; those are crits, and we get 33% chance to get an extra material every time one of those kills an enemy. And with the amount of enemies on screen, of course, that should give us a pretty decent boost. Unfortunately, we don't quite get to 1,000 there. We do leave a few on the ground, and yeah, we're just gonna save up again. This is wave 19 now, so we only have one more wave. So at least we're gonna be able to buy it before wave 20, and it's gonna, I think, the level 4 Obliterator is gonna go a long way in helping us take out this the dual boss on the end of Danger 5 here. All right, we're a little bit kind of hemmed into the corner now, so like not great for our damage, but that's, I mean, we've had to skip 2 whole waves worth of shops here, so that's why we're struggling a little bit, but we're still okay. Like it's not so bad. We do leave quite a few on the ground, but all right, so we got our Obliterator, and that's the only thing we can buy. Unfortunately, there's another Obliterator in the shop, but we again, the downside of this hero power really coming to the fore here, and yeah, we are unable to get there, even if we were to like recycle one of our higher tier weapons, which I definitely would have done, because I mean a third Obliterator would have been so great. You can see how fast we took down that boss. Down to half health. We do take some hits here, so we do need to kind of go into survival mode a little bit here, kind of dodging projectiles like mad. We don't have much health. We do manage to take out one of the bosses, which takes a huge amount of pressure off of us, which is great. And then we get the kill on the other one. And yeah, there we go. Just showcasing the power of Obliterator here. Really powerful weapon. And as you can see, there's like a little stat thing on the bottom right that shows how much damage it dealt during the wave, and you can see just the huge difference between the Obliterator and everything else. Our level 4 Obliterator doing, I think it was 24,000, and the level 3 Obliterator like 19,000, and everything else doing under 10. So yeah, but yeah, that was it. Danger 5 cleared with the mutant potato. Like I said, it's a very straightforward potato, very good early, kind of falls off late and like becomes kind of a liability late in the game, but we got an early Obliterator, and that really went a long way to helping us get through this run. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it, and it really helps the channel. I think that's everything for today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.